go there for like, maybe I wasn't alone here. Going there, do what I need to, also him drive for something. Carry on. Also, he tells me, fuck's sake. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I've always tried to fucking freeze up, like, they're like behind me, it's like, okay, if I sort myself out, it's like, I didn't apologise when I've been in the ladies, in like this fucking fish trade. But yeah, one of the most awkward experiences of my life. It's fucking funny. It's just like, I was like, I actually best them. Between me and the club's president, I think he is. Like, no one's fucking using the bloke's toilets that night.
Alright, we're good, we're set, we're sound. Good afternoon and welcome to a rather overcast Gibb Reserve for our match week 14 in the VETO Sports Men's State League 1 Northwest clash between Upfield and Ballarat City. Now, as we mentioned in the comments, we have been a little bit delayed kick-off wise, and that's purely because everyone is generally on weekend time. Ballarat's ready to go, the refs just about getting ready to go. As for our hosts, well, they're doing whatever it is they do. Very much an important day in the league, especially as we already start to look towards that potential promotion chase. Upfield a point behind present league leaders Geelong. That comes after Upfield's 2-2 draw last weekend against West Vale Olympic. Otherwise, after we kick off, eyes around the league will all be focused upon the end result at McIver Reserve between Yarraville and Geelong. That commences at 4:30 p.m. local time. Otherwise, for ourselves, well, we'll get through the starting lights for you all while we await still for our hosts to get their rear ends onto the pitch. Very much weekend time, as we mentioned earlier. And so, the starting 11 for the visitors, we have number 2, Angus Fraser, number 4, Uito Sano, number 6, Connor Nelson Higgins, number 7, Josh Remington, number 8, Yoshiro Shiomi, number 10, their captain, Zach Francis, number 11, Lachlan Wright, number 14, Ronaldinho Salvatore, number 24, Zachary White, number 26, Leighton Lawton, number 36 in goal, Mohammed Ahmed. As for Jonathan Munez's Upfield, we have number 3, Nadim Skenderovic. Number 4, Michael Eager. Number 9, Varney Shamoon. Number 10, Ryan Moore. Number 11, Devon O'Hare. Number 17, Salvatore Ricardo. Number 19, Noah Mihalidis. Number 20, Dean Kusmanowski. Number 22, Yuzuki Yunoki. Number 26, Daniel Scopolisi. And in goal, number 99, Matthew Symes. Our refereeing department this afternoon is led by Theo Mysikus. Alongside we have Paul Thermos, quite appropriate name for this afternoon, and Simon Michalis. As for yourselves, for Upfield Live and on Flow Media, as always, I'm William Bennett, bringing you all the action here from Gibb Reserve. What is a day that really just can't make its mind up. Is it going to be sunny? Is it going to be absolutely frigid? In many ways, it's a bit like a cat. She's often quite cheery, she's often quite frigid. She's, of course, a cat. Anywho, we are finally ready to be joined by both teams, as they do now make their way onto the pitch, led by refereeing department, and of course, Captain Varney Shamoon taking charge, leading out the lads out as per usual. And with that, we do like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors who make all our broadcasts and our seasons here at Gibb Reserve possible, and they are Al Ager, Brookwood, Brunswick Plastering, Care You Deserve, CEC Management Group, H&B Plastering, Melbourne Tile Gallery, Mr Tech Melbourne, MYM Timber and Hardware, No One Straighter Line Markers, Stella Driving School, Bendigo Bank Strathmore, Tasty 44, Barcon Group, Vic Wide Auto Body, and YPA Hume City. Now, as I was saying, this afternoon there are 2 key games in the division's promotion challenge for the 2026 campaign. Of course, we've got ourselves here at Gibb Reserve, only a point behind present league leaders Geelong. And while it's always nice to think you can rely on results elsewhere, it is very much an afternoon where a point is just not enough for Jonathan Munez's Upfield, especially after last weekend, which ended up being a 2-2 draw in somewhat controversial circumstances. I've been told that a late goal that was disallowed last weekend away at Westvale, well, allegedly there's quite a fair few photos of said ball resting very much a metre inside the goal line. I haven't personally seen them, but if they do exist out there, it would have been an interesting call nonetheless. Nonetheless, draw it is. A win is a must for the Upfield boys. As we still await for our fixture to commence. As it's time just for a very brief photo shoot. But 12 past the hour, we should now finally be able to get our senior fixture underway in what was a nice firm victory for Upfield in the reserves fixture, down with 10 men as well. Now, of course, Upfield playing in their blue and white combinations, or their nearly all blue combination. Right to left in their first half. Visitors also in their blue and white combination. A little bit of a clash, but not significant enough. That'll be left to right for the first 45. And with that, surely, there it is. There's our starting whistle. And so, with that, we are with us for the next 90 minutes. What is set to be not just an interesting fixture on the day, but one that will mean quite a lot come the end of the season. Area cleared by Sarno. As Mihalides jogs up to take the throw. The battle's on. That's the Canadian, Devon O'Hare, the victor there. But can't hold the momentum in the moment. Here's Scopoliti. Looks long forward for O'Hare. As Upfield potentially getting caught out here on the counter. Symes curving the ball away. Now, between broadcasts for ourselves here at Gibb Reserve, certainly had been an interesting couple of weeks for Matthew Symes. Certainly showing his family knows no bounds in their love in what was a few grand lost at the RSL on their local raffle lottery night. Nonetheless, it's the benefit of the live streams, of course. You can watch this wherever you want, be it at home, be it at the ground itself, in the office, perhaps even in the duddy. We don't judge, we just appreciate the audience. And that cracking ball from O'Hare as it's parried away by Ahmed. The first shot on for the afternoon. And with that, our first corner. As up jogs Scopoliti. Corner ball whipped in. Shimoon not quite getting the touches after there, and it will be goal kick Ballarat. Now, do feel free to join in the live conversation. Let us know your thoughts as the game progresses, and we'll try and read them out where we can, when we can, throughout this afternoon's fixture. Once more with Mohammed Ahmed. Salvatore. Higgins looks for the switch, unable to pick out Fraser. Lawson. Well, forward for Remington. Remington's got 2 on him. Needs to cut back, needs to support. This is his captain, Zach Francis. Not the ball he's after there, Francis. Looks like we are set for a drop ball. Certainly not something you see too much upon. No, the lads are giving their marching orders by our lead referee. Oh, no. Will be a drop ball. Just everyone's making themselves look a bit of a tit. Here's O'Hay. It's going to Verich there. Upfield's latest signing. Joins the club from Kingston City. Unoki looking well in his progression. Header ball from Shamoon. Not a bad one. Not coming friendly, but that one! That's the header he wants. That's the goal he's after. And it is Upfield 1, Ballarat City 0. All within the first 5 minutes of play this afternoon. That is a prime position. And very much the place that Jonathan Munez would love to see his lads in. And if you are just joining us this afternoon, well, you picked your moments fantastically. It is Upfield 1, Ballarat City 0. Here in our VETO Sports Men's State League 1 Northwest clash. With that, as things stand, should scorelines remain the same, Upfield will go 9 points clear of Ballarat, with the Citizens presently being 2 positions behind them on the table in 4th place. Scopoliti tucks in for Kuzmanowski. Symes clears his area. Almost collected by Salvatore. Francis won't quite be able to link up there with Remington. Here's Sarno. Taps for Salvatore. Salvatore completing the switch to the wing. As the long ball is sent up towards Lachlan Wright. Possession firmly in contest as it stands. Fraser only allowed the briefest of touches as Inoki wins the turnover. And that will be an easy free kick decision for our lead referee. Can't deny that foul against Unito Sano. Francis looks for Remington, and Remington will be flagged offside. With that, goal kick will suffice, given the situation. Here's Mihalides. Teases Francis, beats Francis. Mihalides again. Losing his footing. And a foul is eventually awarded. And it will be Michaelides to take the free kick. Not quite happy with his initial option. Ultimately, forced to play something. Plays for Symes. Symes completing the switch. Can't quite get the head of Scopolati, missing him very much by a fraction of a hairline. White tucks in for Ahmed. Shamoon getting his body in the way, blocking a long ball from the Ballarat keeper Mohammed Ahmed. Doesn't really do anything beyond just trying to psych out his opponents. And that off the ball foul upon Moore. Shall give Upfield the free kick just inside the opposing half. Taken quickly by Eager. Michael Eager, of course, very much well-renowned within the Victorian men's footballing circles, especially for his time within the top flight of the NPL. Arguably a club challenge at both halves of the Port Phillip derby in Port Melbourne and South Melbourne respectively. Potentially next season, both Upfield and Port will be playing in the same division, given that they're having an absolute dreadful time in the VPL. And while Port Melbourne's back-to-back relegation is almost certain at this stage, what isn't quite as certain is Upfield's promotion into the VPL 2. Corner ball, given go ahead. Referee gives the nod. Corner ball swung high, swung dangerously, still in contest. Cleared by Sano. Here's Michaelides. Salvatore. Cardo there. Very much lovable figure for many seasons here at Upfield. Unoki. Skendaveric. Looks for the switch. Eventually ends up with Lachlan Wright, only briefly. As Moore looks to hold, but just runs out of space on the pitch there. Turnover via the throw. Unoki. So just about to hold off his fellow Japanese national Yurito Sano. As once more, corner for Upfield. With Jonathan Munas's lads very much on track for a second goal of the afternoon. The first coming within the opening 5 minutes of play. Ripped in. Headed clear. Scopolini trying to play through his opponents. Michailidis. Offside flag is briefly raised, dropped as Francis looks to send Remington. It's Remington versus Michailidis. Michailidis clears the ball just in time there. We do eventually get the throw. Played short into right. He's Loughton. Throw for the visitors. Francis, just the briefest of touches. Eager clears the area. Spots Shamoon. Shamoon down the ground and does get the free kick there. And rolling ball there means it will be brought back. Cheers, mate. With that, the repeat of the free kick is able to find Unoki. Unoki tucks in for Michailidis. He's got Scandinavian support, but it's unneeded at this stage. Still Michailidis trying to throw his way through the entire back line. But ultimately, 3 men is just one too many for Michailidis. As it will be goal kick Ballarat.
راني خطير في المنطقة كلها. ايه شو هي بلاد الفلطاني كلها. كلها انا جبتها كمان. انا جبتها كمان.
And for a lovely, but certainly almost certainly brief moment, the sun is out once again. I'm sure you can all see at home, the clouds, I mean, they look proper evil. Here's Ahmed. Eager. Oh, here we go. Now, I do apologise if any choice words are picked up by the effects mic. Well, he can confirm for you. Michael Eager claiming he was elbowed there and very, very, very firmly demanding a yellow card. Thankfully, no fisticuffs occurring so far between Eager and Remington. Certainly understand Remington would feel perhaps a bit more aggrieved and perhaps, yeah, lashing out slightly, taking his chances, given that Eager was very much up above and far up his clacker, so to speak. Perhaps they're just a slight moment of petty revenge there between Remington and Eager. Here's Michailidis. Ricardo sends Shamoon. Shamoon can't get contact as White clears the area. And once again, Upfield with the corner. And they're 5th of the afternoon, assuming we haven't lost count. We do sometimes need a couple of tally marks, but ball whipped in, headed clear. And contact against the Ballarat City keeper, Mohammed Ahmed. We'll give them the free kick. Moore looking dangerous. Can't get the cross. He has a strike. And how's that for a goal? Ryan Moore. Take a bow. And he's 2 goals for Upfield within the first 20 minutes. And while there may only be 2 places on the table between both Upfield and Ballarat coming into this match weekend, the way Upfield have been able to take charge and dominate their opponents, you'd think there was 10 places between them. It's very much been all in favour of the hosts this afternoon, at least so far. Of course, there is another 45. And of course, the rest of this half, but... Speaking of which, is Remington! Denied just in time because Minoski. Moore. Ball cleared. And one of the kids playing around in the background almost had 7 shades knocked out of them. Unfortunately, no children falling over due to stray balls. And the corner is given for Ballarat. Their first of the afternoon. Higgins, the set piece taker. Higgins swings it in, but won't get past the near post. Back with Higgins, cross sent in, headed away by Eager, followed up by Moore. Fraser. Francis, still just met with Francis. Cleared for the moment, Scopoleti, collected by Zach Francis, the Ballarat captain. White, in for Shimori, whose name I definitely absolutely butchered. Apologies there, Yashiro. And then goal kick given. It is 23 minutes here at Gibb Reserve. It is Upfield 2, Ballarat City 0 for On Flow Media. And while we still await the goal kick, quick chance to whip through our sponsors once again, who of course make these broadcasts possible for you all at home, at the ground, wherever you may be, perhaps even in the social club again, or you do like being on the telly. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, special thank you to our Agar, Brookwood, Brunswick Plastering, Keys Reserve, CEC Management Group, H&B Plastering, Melbourne Tile Gallery, Mr Tech Melbourne, MYM Timber and Hardware, No One Straight to Line Markers, Stella Driving School, Bendigo Bank, Strathmore, Tasty 44, Farcon Group, Vic White Old Body, and YPA Hume City. And free kick given there, just within their own half, Ballarat. Collected very quickly by O'Hare, the Canadian. There are a couple of internationals in this Upfield side. Of course, a very international club is Upfield for the season. Not just, of course, given the club's strong ties to the Iraqi community. Of course, in their players as well. We've got United Kingdom, Canada, and Japan represented on the field. All three countries certainly not doing too bad at the FIFA Men's World Cup. And for our Briton, certainly on the right half of the two British sides in the World Cup, with Jack Kindle potentially set to come on in the second half. This has been a very key goal-scoring figure for this Upfield side. Englishman originally from Warrington, which is, oh, it's not quite Liverpool, but it's as good as, more or less. Just don't call them Scouse. Right, here's Shamoon. Scoppoliti sends the flick. And we will have, it's another corner. Corner ball whipped in. Headed away by Francis. The follow-up flick there from Higgins, not quite as effective. But it will ultimately be goal kick Ballarat City. Actually brought back into play. Moore. Can't quite find Unoki there. Gives an opportunity for Rights to charge forward. They need someone in the box. Warrington was providing that box option just in the wrong area for the cross. O'Hare looking to set up Unoki. Upfield with the throw. Cross sent in. O'Hare! What a goal there from the Canadian Devon O'Hare. It is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 0. And certainly we look set for a bit of a battering. And that has been 3 goals for our hosts with 3 different goal scorers. Certainly showing the versatility. Yeah, that's a word, the versatility. in terms of shooting ability across his upfield side. Upfield, and of course, Jonathan Muniz is able to rely on multiple options to get multiple results. As again, Eager and Remington have a little bit of a tete-a-tete. Shamoon, Mihalidis, Moore, plays wide for Scopoliti, who's got absolutely acres. Ball sent in, Accardo with the headed flick. He's not able to lead into that goal-scoring tally. Would have been Upfield's third headed goal of the afternoon. Almost as if this entire Upfield squad is trying to become prime Peter Crouch. Crouch perhaps more famous nowadays for his social media and maybe his wife. Of course, Crouch will always be England's famous BLT. Here's Francis. Intercepted by Mihalidis. Mihalidis looks for Shamoon. Shamoon perfectly times that ball. Won't get any Noki though, as it's intercepted. Francis. Will he go alone here? No, he won't. Plays for Remington. Remington just trying to make his decisions. This ball is headed clear for the time being. Shamoon. And that will be an upfield throw. After that wee tap there from Layton Lawson. Mihalidis, the long range ball. Flicked on by Unoki. Here's Sano. And he tucks in for Shiomi. Will return it into Shiomi. Here's Ahmed. Ricochets off Shamoon, who's been pressuring the Ballarat keeper all afternoon. Almost certainly in Mohammed Ahmed's head at this stage of the game is Vani Shamoon. And speaking of Shamoon, once again, he's a fox in the box. Chance for offside. That is eventually given. Moore. Kuzmanowski returning for Moore. Presently with O'Hare. Tasty little turn there from the Canadian. Back again with O'Hare. Shoots! Ooh. And narrowly avoids getting his second of the afternoon. Corner ball. Corner's whipped in by Noki. Perhaps whipped in a bit too hard. And that will be a goal kick. Skindeveric. Skopaliti. Kuzmanowski. That should be a free kick. So the advantage is played. And yes, the referee does finally indicate the advantage is played. Upfield with the throw. More with a little tap on for Mihalidis. Mihalidis. Eyes up at Noki, who's dropped very much deep in that corner. Plays for Mihalidis, but can't reach the ball in time. Turnover very, very brief. The ball's now firmly in contest once again. Skindevec. Moore. Mihalidis. Turning for Moore. Back with Mihalidis, only briefly. Eager. Francis. Back with Zach Francis. Flicks it on for White. That could have almost been a very dangerous situation for Upfield. But that one's more so in a very different way. And Francis certainly a bit miffed there. But we've got a head injury. Has to be dealt with. Also got Mihalidis in a world of pain. Looks like some sort of ankle, foot type injury. And so, a very busy situation for the Upfield physio. And so with that, again, I'd like to take this moment to thank our sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. And they are Al Acre, Brookwood, Brunswick Plastering, Care You Deserve, CEC Management Group, H&B Plastering, Melbourne Tile Gallery, Mr Tech Melbourne, MYM Timber and Hardware, No One Straighter Line Markers, Stella Driving School, Bendigo Bank Strathmore, Tasty 44, Varcon Group, and YPA Hume City. Actually, we are brought back underway. And free kick there after just a bit of a shove from behind. Shiomi looks deep, can't connect. Shamoon now. Eager. Spots Inoki. Inoki taps for Shamoon, but perhaps needed a little bit more force behind that ball. Irregardless, Upfield are flagged offside. Ricardo. Francis dispossessing him. With a shirt tug there upon the Ballarat captain. Unfortunately, not to get a free kick, but it's very much unneeded. Francis with some fantastic composure there. Sarno is playing a very advanced position for himself. White. El Shiomi. Sano. Still advancing is VETO Sano. Finds Remington. Scopolese clearing the area. Shiomi now. Long range ball. Spank into Skendaveric.
Only the kids in the field not the big donkeys.
Moore. Shamoon. Very tasty little flick about there. Ahmed. Scopolese heads it clear. Once again, cleared by Scopolese. White. Salvatore. Ricardo. Unoki. Makes use of more. Got plenty of space there. Looks to send O'Hare. Still with O'Hare. Moore. Returns to the Canadian. Shiomi. Unoki. And goal kick given.
Yes, smile everyone. Yes, welcome back after an hour.
But certainly slowly building themselves a dangerous situation. Can't take advantage of the numbers having been able to get forward via the throw. Chance here for Salvatore. Can't hold. Goal kick upfield. As we have 2 minutes remaining in this first half. It is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 0. Thanks to goals from Shamoon, Moore and O'Hare. Francis. It's the build-up, Remington. Remington from range. And Simon's initial save. Wright claiming the goal. And Wright, definitely, yes, he has been given the goal. And so with that, just on the stroke of half-time, it is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 0. The goal from absolutely nowhere. Upfield apoplectic that the goal's been allowed. Nonetheless, it will stand. The refereeing department given us spraying, quite unnecessary. Physio brought on to deal with the situation, looks to be with Symes. What exactly is going on? It's fair to say, don't think the players know quite just about now. Don't think the refs do either. It is just unusual situation at Gibb Reserve. As things stand, it is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 1, unless the goal is somehow to be disallowed. It's fair to say that would be quite unlikely. Protests continuing as we've had 1 minute of extra time. May still be set for a couple more. But additional time is always quite conservative in the division. And we do still have to wait the completion of the physio treatment for Matthew Symes. And well, we're ready to get back to play. The goal will stand. And so all we really wait upon is our lead referee's discretion for that half-time whistle. As things stand, we've had 2 minutes added on in full. I'd like to have at least one more given that prolonged physio treatment for Matthew Symes. Ballarat playing with a figure that we just haven't seen for the majority of this first half. Throw for the visitors. And there's that half-time whistle. It is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 1. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so for the second half action here in our VETO Sports State League 1 Northwest Clash, live and free only on Flow Media.
طالع كبيره كله كان فاول ايه سونا كله ليش ما كان فاول ليش هبطت كله فاول هو ثاني فاول شيء فاول كبيره ايه.
And welcome back to Give Reserve for our second half action here between Upfield and Ballarat City in the VETO Sports Men's State League 1 Northwest. Right at the present scoreline, it is Upfield 3, Ballarat 1. Ballarat getting at least what stands as a consolation prize in rather controversial circumstances. Now, during the half-time break, we did have a look at the replay. Now, as far as we can see, Symes did have a glove to the ball, but whether or not that constituted control of the ball, we're saying referees, he did not have control of the ball. It was fair game and a goal. That's fair to say he won't be too pleased with that conclusion from ourselves. Otherwise, as far as we're aware, there has been no substitutions at the half-time break. But if there has, we'll try and correct that for you as soon as we can. As far as we've seen, there are no substitutes. Touch wood, at least. Oh, no. Yes, there is. So with that, yes, Upfield number 14, Steve So Cool, has come on. As for his replacement, we are trying to work that out for you. Looks as though it was Devon O'Hare who came off. Indeed, we shall go with that. So Cool on, O'Hare off for Upfield. As we wait the Upfield free kick. Ball sends to the box. It's gone deep. Perhaps a bit too deep. As it will be, goal kick. And Ballarat, the victors there of the throw-in challenge. Right, advancing. Salvatore there, advancing deep. He's right. Eager. Shamoon, very much being round-handled there by White, who is getting the free kick against him. Chance for Upfield to progress. They are now dealing with the sun in the second half, which is just about still breaking through the clouds and not far off setting. As we'll have potentially a little bit of a sunset vibe come the end of this second half. Scopoliti, picked up by Francis. So Cool. And the free kick eventually given. Was a bit of a slow reaction. The ball will be brought back. Ricardo managing to hold possession as he's challenged by both Francis and Remington. Throw in to be Higgins there as well for a bit of brief extra mentalness. Francis, nice little flick. Remington. As that is hoofed out from the field of play by Kuzmanowski. Francis regaining his footing. No free kick given there. One definitely will be given there in favour of Unoki. Certainly our refereeing department will have to give a little on things as it starts to get a little bit spicy. And it will be eager to take the free kick. No, Kuzmanowski, he steps in. So cool. So cool again. Skendevek. Salvatore. Still with Antonio Salvatore. He's so cool. And we get our first booking of the afternoon for Ballarat's number 14, Ronaldinho Salvatore. As I was saying, a few minutes over, our refereeing department will just have to try and keep a little things here as it's starting to heat up a bit. That yellow card might just be what is needed just to help try and temper the temper in this game and let things mellow out a bit. There's still been plenty of warnings across both teams. Try for the visitors. Headed back by Scopoliti. Concerns there for Steve, so cool. He picks up a knock in the challenge. Upfield with the throw. Here's Ricardo. Ball crossed in. Collected by Mohammed Ahmed, the Ballarat keeper. Salvatore looking for a free kick. Understandably so. None's given by refereeing department. Long throw from Mihalidis. Play through for Remington. Flag kept down. And that is a firm challenge against Remington. No foul given. Back with Jack Remington. Remington! Ricochet off signs. Escopoli will scoop up the danger. Remington. Looks to the switching to his captain. Intercepted by Mihalidis, who lobs it long. No one's there. As players stopped, still the injured upfield player. With this break and play, a quick moment to once again thank our sponsors who make it all our broadcasts possible in our AGA, Brookwood, Brunswick Plastering, Care You Deserve, CEC Management Group, H&B Plastering, Melbourne Tile Gallery, Mr Tech Melbourne, MYM Timber and Hardware, No One Straighter Line Markers, Stella Driving School, Bendigo Bank Strathmore, Tasty 44, Varcon Group, Vic White Auto Body, and YPA Hume City.
زلوالي مكان أديكم ولا لا؟ قول أنا ولد الشيء وما طالب التلفزيوني يا برسول يا يصير لا يروح أنا والوقت لو توقفني أنا بأخذين كيو إذا والله زلة عشان طولي دومنا ورا.
And it's great to see Salvatore Accardo back on his feet. But whether or not we'll see him in the remaining time in this fixture yet to be confirmed. There is a bit over half an hour of play remaining here at Give Reserve. As things stand, is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 1. With our hosts down to 10, naturally. Ricardo still being checked by his team's physio. White. Xiaomi. Francis. Lobs it forward, looks for Remington. And offside flag is raised. We're still waiting to see whether or not Accardo will rejoin us. It's not looking positive for Upfield in that regard. With that, we can confirm a substitution. Coming off the pitch is number 17, Salvatore Accardo. He is replaced by number 30, Nicholas Kasov. It is Kasov. Francis. Sends it long. Sarms forced off his line. Is able to clear the ball. That's contested between Moore and Fraser on that far side wing. Kasov looks long for his fellow substitute Steve Sakul. Sakul kept on the side. The shot from Shamoon being deflected. That will be a corner. That's first time in a little bit of a while that we've seen Upfield this far deep in their opponent's half. Well, I had an absolutely dominant first 45. The second 45 so far hasn't quite been on the same wavelength. Unless, here comes the corner ball. Not challenging the Ballarat goal there. Here's Moore. No free kick given. And play is stopped for a referee to check upon Ryan Moore. But very much not too happy with things going on at the moment. And a few choice comments that say towards our refereeing department as well. Certainly not on. Potential caution might be needed there for the Ballarat keeper Mohammed Ahmed, who's proving to be a bit of a nuisance. Both for his teammates and his opponents. Thankfully, cooler heads are now prevailing across both sides.
ضرب أو جورة فعلا غير ليدي هلا بس قبلنا طرد نشوف الأول في الجوا طلع
And the red card has been given. And we can confirm it was for the number 14, Ronaldinho Salvatore, who'd already seen yellow in this game. And a yellow card has also been awarded. I do believe it was for number 10, Ryan Moore there. Certainly not the best moments to look away to sort out our statistics for the fixture. Thank you very much. Cool heads do need to prevail for the remainder of this game. This is getting unnecessarily aggressive. Almost childishly so. Free kick upfield. Will lead us a bit perplexed there at that situation. As I said just moments ago, things are getting childishly aggressive. And indications for a substitution for Upfield. Just going to reconfirm the adjustments. Looks like it's set to be number 24, Jack Hindle, coming on. Indeed, yes, it is Hindle. The Briton will join us for the remainder of this fixture as he replaces Yusuke Unoki for the last 25, we'll call it. White in for Remington. Scopoliti. Sano with the throw. A long range ball there from the Japanese national. So cool. Beaten by Shimon Sona. Eager. Now with Moore. Case of. Returns for Moore. Moore once more. Eager. The veteran 10.5. Symes. Hoofs it deep. Won't quite find his captain. Will find Hindle, the substitute. Back for Shamoon. Can't quite get a touch. Fraser. It will be an upfield throw. As the visitors look to make a change. They're first for the afternoon. Whether or not it will go ahead now. Yet to see. Looks like Upfield will have the throw first. So that situation, we'll have to wait. More. Mihalidis. Eager. All right, back for Symes. Symes looks wide for Sokol. At the head of Sano. And we will now get that change. Coming off the pitch for the visitors is number 2, Angus Fraser. And number 26, Leighton Lawton. We'll confirm their replacements for you shortly. They do include number 16, Samir Spalding. He's so cool. And as for the other substitute, it's number 29, Max Bedgood.
وبتخافوا شيء او شوي فيه وانا شيء حيالي كله يبيد وانا كليني ومختك مكليني
Sona. Switches for Xiaomi. Francis under pressure. Is the Ballarat captain. Still in control. Remington, firm challenge. Scopolesi now. Making use of space. To send Hindle. Hindle doesn't quite get the touch he's after. Spalding. Francis now. Scopolesi very much his tail, but just couldn't keep in the contest. Advantage played as well in favour of the Ballarat captain. Headed away by Eager. Back with sack Francis. Xiaomi. Remington. And the shot there sliced by right. This thing stand, it will remain Upfield 3, Ballarat City 1. Mihalidis. Spalding with the head up. Sona briefly with the touch. Scopoliti flicks it forward, as is Bedgood. All firmly remain in contest. Shamoon got some control here. Here's Hindle. So cool. Skendeverk. Eager. Skendeverk. Symes now. Looking for the long ball option. Goes centrally. It's collected by Spalding. Remington goes down as awarded the free kick. Will be taken by the substitute, Samir Spalding. No, it won't. Palmed off to Max Bedgood. Exactly the ball I want, but they're still just about got control here, Ballarat. Back with Bedgood. Eyes at the long ball, but won't have it. It's intercepted by Kasev. Firm challenge from behind upon Nicholas Kasev. No foul. Spalding. Looking for the switch to Sona. Spalding. Sends it long. None there to make it. Eager. Says back long. This quickly evolving into a game of tennis. Neither side really showing any control of the situation. As Symes comes out to collect the ball mid-air. And there is just over 15 minutes remaining in terms of what's regulated. As things stand, all 3 points will be remaining upfield. which will certainly hope their chase looking for a top spot on the table. Going to this match weekend, they were merely a point behind present league leaders Geelong, who are away at Yarraville. That fixture would have kicked off, according to the schedule, 15 minutes ago at McIver Reserve. It's a throw for Upfield. Hindle would have been played on by Spalding. Opts just to let the ball roll out for the throw. As again, our lead referee is forced to check upon an injured player. Now, after that brief interruption, we'll be back underway. Now, a chance for the visitors to have a quick double change, which includes number 10, Zach Francis, the Ballarat captain, coming off. Alongside him looks to be number 24, Zachary White. As for the substitutes, well, we'll get to them when we can. For the time being, it is a Bedgood with the armband. There you go. Tucks back for Symes. Ball looking dangerous in the air. It comes down and off for an upfield throw. Skandovic, so cool. Hindle. Skandovic for the switch into Michailidis. Back with Michailidis. But certainly looking quite dangerous at this stage of the game. Quite late on as well here at Give Reserve. Whether or not they are quite in the shape to get a second goal for their efforts this afternoon. Well, the jury is certainly out at this stage. Spalding. And the ball will be brought back for the foul throw. And we may very much end up having a premature sunset here at Give Reserve. Cloud coverage being just a bit too strong. Thankfully, our floodlights are already into life here at Give Reserve. As Ahmed collects, rolls for Spalding. Sona. Back for Spalding. Spalding looks along for Remington. It's intercepted by Scopoleti. Shamoon. Kasov. Skendovic. Sokol. Corner ball. The ball is swung in. It won't beat the near post. Hindle. Moore. Back for Hindle. Skendevac, he shoots! Collected by Mohammed Ahmed. And as things stand, we are just over 9 minutes remaining. It is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 1. Here in our VETO Sports Men's State League 1 North West clash. As the hosts look to make a late change, come onto the pitch number 2, Sean Timmins, as replaces number 20, Dean Kuzmanowski. Kuzmanowski just urged to hurry up a little bit there. With that, here comes Timmins. Just in time as well to provide Jonathan Mercer's side a little bit of fresh legs in the back line. And potentially hold that 2-goal margin, something that Upfield very, very much need, given their relative lack of a gap in terms of goal difference. It will be a +9 difference as long as things remain the way they are. Given the table around them, it will certainly be quite the battle to get up to present league leaders Geelong's +17. Something that will potentially be needed come what feels like the inevitable promotion battle late on in the season. It's looking like it's going to be an exceedingly tight finish. Free kick given there against Bedgood. And maybe, just maybe, this will be the opportunity Upfield have been looking for to re-extend their goal cushion to 3. If they are to do it this afternoon, time is very much not on their side. It's played short with Moore. Mihalidis back to Ryan Moore. Timmins getting his first touch of the afternoon. Mihalidis. Kasov is fouled, played on. Free kick will be given the absence of the advantage. Kasov getting a little bit physical there. Timmins intervening there. Remington. Looks to play the advancing ball, won't find his connecting teammate. Very firm challenge there. Ponchamoon will give Upfield a free kick. A bit of breathing room. Moore. Looks to flick Hindle on forward. Won't reach Britt. Back with Moore. And the utmost determination upon the visitors is quite remarkable given the situation. They're playing as if to maintain at least a point at the moment. If they were to get something from this afternoon in terms of points, well, it's going to require quite some effort given the present 2-goal deficit. Chance here for Hindle. Scopoliti plays a cross. As the area is cleared by Higgins. Calls for a foul. Moore not awarded. Symes with a long ball forward up to Sokol. Skendevic. Mihalidis. Still Mihalidis just about. Needs to pulse. As the free kick's given against him. As Higgins really needs to calm down a bit. Much unnecessary there. See that he's warned by a lead referee. It's just shy of 3 minutes remaining of regulation time here at Give Reserve. Remington. Dangerous area, but it doesn't have the support he's after. Bedgood. Spalding. Samir Spalding there, given plenty of space. That's a little bit more than he was deserving there. And a back forward by Spalding. Sarno. Off the head of right. Symes holding firm here. As we have 90 seconds remaining on the clock. It is Upfield 3, Ballarat City 1. Though if you look at the play, you'd be forgiven thinking it was a bit tighter scoreline than that. Well, it's certainly not quite so tight. Is that offside call against Hindle? Comfortably offside there was the Briton. Hindle. Sokol. Very much offside there.
Maddie!
Bedgood. Sends it long. Brought down by Eager. Timmins. Collects from Moore. In for Symes. Returns for Timmins. Much use of Kasov. Kasov got plenty of space for the time being. It all played forward. Looked like they were in the offside position when the ball was played. Regardless, it is irrelevant. And that is now the full 90. We are purely down to our lead referee's discretion. All 3 points are set to remain at give reserve. Unless a miracle of all miracles comes Ballarat's way. We're certainly set for quite a long journey, both physically and psychologically, back to Ballarat. So, to be fair for the city, there's only been with plenty of positives and a lot of moments that could have been, just wasn't quite there in terms of build-up. And we'll have an opportunity potentially get a second full efforts today and close the goal gap down to a solitary goal difference. Something that certainly won't help Upfield's very firm need of a greater goal difference. As things stand, it's pleasantly +9 on the table. As I'll go 9 points clear of the visitors. Set piece sent in and headed clear. Here's Shamoon. Sends more. Fly kept down. Still with more. He's played off the ball. Bedgood. Dispossessed. More again. Case of. Chance here for Sokol. And there it is. The substitute Steve Sokol makes it 4-1 Upfield. And with that, restoring the hosts 3-goal cushion, something they firmly need for the remainder of the season as they look to improve their position on the table. So that as well, a well-placed assist from Ryan Moore, who does have a goal to his name for his effort this afternoon. And players still coming back into their own half, despite play being resumed by a lead referee. Something you don't see every day, but nonetheless, what happens in the state leagues stays in the state leagues, in theory. With that, there's our final whistle. It is Upfield 4, Ballarat City 1. Goals this afternoon for our hosts from Varney Shamoon, Ryan Moore, Devin O'Hay and Steve Sokol. Overall is 3 well-earned points for the hosts, who, at least depending on results down at McIver Reserve, will temporarily go back top of the table in the process of extending their lead to 9 points against Ballarat, who were sitting on 4th going into this match weekend. And that as well, a 3-goal extension in their goal difference, something they desperately need here at Give Reserve. But for us here at On-Flow Media, that's all we've got time for. And so, until next time, I've been William Bennett. Cheerio.